Here it is. Hi, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at the 8 Speed Champion sets that are scheduled to retire here in 2025. As usual, I'm going to be ranking the sets, not on my subjective opinions, but just on the quality and quantity of reviews across Amazon, Walmart, and Lego.com. I'm excited to make this video because Speed Champions, it's one of the best selling themes. And the older ones, of course, have done really, really well as investments. The newer ones aren't growing, obviously, in the same way that they used to, but they still end up being good investment sets often because you can usually find them on really good discounts, especially towards the end of the year after Black Friday. So that's why I'm excited about these. And of course, at the end of the video, I'm going to be going through my top 3 for investing. So before I get started with this list, I did want to mention this multi-pack that includes, this is all 10 of the Formula One sets that just came out this year, and you can get them all at once in a set as opposed to individually. Now, this set retails for $270. Each of these sets individually goes for $26.99, so you would think if you buy in bulk, you would get a little discount there, but no. I should mention only one of these sets is actually expected to retire individually, but the multi-pack is expected to retire at the end of this year. So you won't be able to get this multi-pack that has all 10 sets at the same time. And it also includes a limited edition poster. So, and this multi-pack is Amazon exclusive, especially if you look at the camel on this multi-pack. Now you can see Amazon sells it right at the retail price here for $270. When it does go out of stock, it jumps up pretty high pretty quickly. You can see somebody paid $491 for this thing. That's just one blip, but it is sticking around the $400 range. And it has done that, and it does go out of stock pretty recently. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned this set. So just wanted to give everybody a heads up on that, especially since Prime Day is coming up around the corner. So if I see this on sale, might think about picking up this multi-pack. All right, starting off here with the bottom ranked set. This is the only retail exclusive set on this list. It's a 2-pack. It's the Aston Martin Vantage safety car and AMR 23. Like all the 2-packs on this list, goes for $44.99 is the MSRP. I have seen it on sale a little bit, although less than some of the other sets because it is retail exclusive to Walmart. Set number 76925. 259 total reviews, and the average rating across those reviews was 4.65. Now, I wouldn't worry about the low number of reviews because Amazon is not included. Also, the low reviews might have something to do with that too, because Amazon does seem like it inflates reviews sometimes. So this seems like a nice enough set. A lot of stickers, like most Speed Champion sets. You get the 2 minifigures. Seems nice enough, but this was the lowest ranked set. Moving on to the next one, this is the Lamborghini Lambo V12 Vision Gran Turismo. This is a concept car, very kind of cool look to it here. This one does go on sale pretty often. I don't think I've ever seen it sell above retail, but it is selling $6,000 a month on Amazon at 19% off. Bad reviews had to do with it does have a lot of smaller pieces. And some people were saying it was kind of frustrating of a build, but I do think it looks pretty cool. All right, on to the next one is this one, the Ford Mustang Dark Horse. This is another pretty cool set. Also, pretty much always on sale, selling $2,000 a month on Amazon currently at 19% off. All the Speed Champion sets come with this unique minifigure. They also, every set on this list, I think I said this, but also has an MSRP of $26.99, or I mean all the single packs do, and that's still with a pretty good price per piece on these sets. Next set here is the Audi S1 e-tron Quattro. This had a rating of 4.79 across 944 reviews, has 274 pieces. This one came out in March of 2024, like a lot of these sets I've been going through. So every set on this list has less than 2-year shelf life, which is definitely kind of interesting to me. I like the box art here, but this one was just, for whatever reason, just seems like it wasn't very popular. Only 944 reviews, which was fairly low for this list. So moving on to the next one here. Now here we have the Kick Sauber F1 Team C44 race car. Now this one just came out in March of 2025, so it's going to have a pretty short shelf life. It is the only one of the Formula One wave that is expected to retire this year, and it seems like it might be the least popular of that wave. It does have the lowest number of reviews on this list. Now, part of that is probably because it's only been out for a few months at this point. It's also never been on sale. Next up, we have this NASCAR Next Gen Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. There are a lot of NASCAR fans here in the States, and I think they will like this one, but it only had 922 total reviews, which was pretty low for this list, but the people who reviewed it seemed to like it. It had a 4.8 score, average score across the 3 sites, Amazon, Walmart, and Lego.com. It also came out a little later than the other ones on this list in August of 2024, so it's going to have less than a year and a half shelf life if this retirement date holds, and it does have 328 pieces, which is the highest for a single pack on this list. I don't really like the colors on this one, to be perfectly honest. It kind of clashes, and there's a lot of stickers. All the Speed Champions have a lot of stickers, but this one in particular just seems like the stickers are just kind of out of control. Next up, we have the second ranked set. It was also a 2-pack, had a average rating of 4.84, and that's across 1,210 reviews, which was a pretty high review count. This set also came out in March of 2024. It's this BMW M4 GT3 and BMW M Hybrid V8. So good for BMW fans. This one has been on sale since October of 2024. So it's pretty much always on sale in the $35 range. And then here we have the top ranked set. This is the McLaren 2023 Formula One car. This was not part of the Formula One wave that just came out. And this set is notable too because it is retiring. It's the only set on this list that is retiring here at the end of this month in July. We might see a little bit of zombie stock, but it should disappear before the end of the year. So this is also the top ranked set, had an average rating of 4.86, so the highest average rating. It also had the most reviews of any set on this list at 2,766 reviews. Came out in March of 2024, so you're looking at a year and a few months of a shelf life. Now on to my top 3 that I'm interested in looking at as investments this year. Again, not buying anything yet, but so this one, the Kick Sauber, this was, like I said, probably the most unpopular of the F1 wave that just came out this year, but in a way that can almost be helpful because this is going to have a very short shelf life, and the collectors who want to collect all of this F1 wave, this is going to be the one that got away. I think it's going to be lower surprise, and this set has I don't think it's ever been on sale, and it still sells $900 a month at MSRP. So even though it's the least popular, it's not like nobody's buying this thing, and it is in that collector's edition box that I talked about at the beginning of the video. So I think this one could be a little bit of a sleeper. All right, my number 2 set is, again, this McLaren Formula One. This one had the most reviews by over 1,000, and those reviews were also the best reviews. It had the highest ranking at 4.86 average across the 3 sites. And again, it's retiring in July, so this could be under the radar. Now, it sells about 3,000 a month on Amazon, and it's been 19% off pretty regularly. But my main concern with this one is there is the McLaren F1 that is part of the F1 wave that just came out, and that one is expected to stay on shelves through 2027. So that's going to be out for a while. So the real question is, are people going to want to get this one instead of that one if this one is more expensive? That I don't know the answer to, but this is still selling a lot, even with that one out, and that one's been out for a few months now. And then my number 1 here is this Lambo, and the reason is simple. This sells 6,000 a month, which is double what the McLaren sells and far more than any other of these sets that are on this list. even the ones that are on sale. And yes, this one is often on sale too. Like I said, the McLaren sells 3,000, the Ford sells 2,000. Everything else on this list was selling 1,000 or less. This also had the third most reviews of any sets on this list, and I just think it's really interesting looking. It's really unique. There's not any other Speed Champion sets that look like this, that have this color. So I think that's why this one could be a really interesting one to invest in, especially if you can find it on a good discount, which we probably will see towards the end of the year. All right, so that's my list for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.